Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie. Today I'm so excited because we are doing a 2025 reset. I cannot believe it's 2025. Here we are, and the first step of that, which is actually a little bit contradictory because one of my goals this year is to read the books that are on my TBR and not buy new ones. Yet here we're starting the video at Barnes because I do have a gift card from Christmas time. So that's how I'm justifying this. I do have a couple books I need to get for a book club that I don't have. So we're just going to kind of stock up on some books I need to get through some videos and some book clubs and things like that, and we'll just do a little bit of browsing because we do have a gift card, so it's not my money, it's justified, right? So that's the first thing we're doing for our 2025 reset. Let's go ahead into Barnes and find some books. The next thing I'm doing to set up for 2025 and make it a great year is setting up all my goals, all my to-do lists, all my reminders, all those kind of things in one place. And I'm going to show you guys my Notion page. I wanted to thank Notion for sponsoring today's video. Notion is an easy to use platform. Basically think of it as a second brain. So everything that you need to be reminded of, things you want to do, habits you want to track, your books, you can journal on it. Literally anything you want to do, you can customize it and make it your own. So I'm going to run you guys through my Notion so you guys can kind of get an example of something you can do, but you can totally customize it to make it your own and fit your life. I'm extremely happy with mine. It turned out so cute, so aesthetic, so I'm very excited to show you guys and jump into everything on my Notion and set myself up for this year. When you first come onto my Notion page, this is what it looks like. It's so cute. I'm so happy with it. I firstly want to talk about this little cutie right here. It's like a little picture I did of myself. Notion came out with a new feature this year where you can create your own custom portrait in Notion Faces, which is exactly what I did. It's so much fun and it turned out so cute. You can basically go in, there's a bunch of hand-drawn illustrations that you can pick from to kind of customize it and make it your own personality. I love the way mine turned out. I added a little flower to her hair because I'm always wearing accessories in my hair. I think this is such a fun little feature to add. So I had to add it to my Notion page. The one thing I love about my Notion page is how aesthetic it is. And if you guys know me, you know I love aesthetics. I think it's so much easier to follow something when you love the way it looks. That's exactly what I had in mind when I was making this page. But let's just run through it quick and I'll show you guys everything that I have on my page. This is the cover page. It just says Natalie's life. It's basically everything I need to know, things I need to track, but we'll run through everything individually. So I just have a little quote here, one day at a time. At the very top, of course, we have a pink jelly cat because if you guys know me, you guys know I love my pink jelly cats. So we had to add her at the top. But I also, more importantly, have my reminders and to-do lists. My reminders are just things that I have coming up that I need to keep in the back of my head. I just have some of my weekly reminders right here, as well as my to-do list. So these are the things that I really need to get done. I really want to push myself to do, or just things I need to mark off my checklist for the day. So we have those over here. One of my favorite parts is of course tracking my reads. You guys know I started a reading journal, which we're going to get into in this video and I'm so excited about. But I also love tracking my reads on here because I just have it in plain sight, everything that I've read or am currently reading for the year. These are some of the books that I have read or I'm currently reading right now, and honestly we've had a lot of good reads this year so far, so we're starting off really well and I'm happy about that. Right here in the middle we have my habit tracker. So these are things Monday through Sunday that I kind of want to just think about and hopefully make them each a habit that I can mark off each day. Say today was Monday morning and I went and did my workout, I can just check that off right there. So you can kind of just keep track throughout the day, everything that you need to get done or want to get done to just make 2025 the best year possible. Here is my navigation. So we'll get into these in a minute, but I have my 2025 goals here. These are some of the goals I have for this year. One of them being posting consistently on YouTube. I love my YouTube family. I feel like I connect so well with you guys, so it's so important for me to make a consistent schedule this year on YouTube and posting so you guys know when I'm gonna upload. You can pause if you want to read some of these, but these are just some of my goals. I love the fact that you can customize Notion to make it exactly your aesthetic. I added cute little sunny angels, a little teddy bear. As you scroll down, we have my 2025 vision board, which I'm super proud of. I love creating vision boards. I think it's so important to to visually see the things you want to accomplish throughout the year. Even if you don't think you see them every day, at least they're like in front of you and you're subconsciously seeing them. This is my 2025 vision board, and I love that I can just add it to my Notion page and it's right there for me to see every single day. Going into like my navigation over here, we have some fun things. You guys know I love to journal on paper, and I've started my little junk journal journey. I also love to do a shorter version of it and just kind of write it down each day, just so I can look back and see how my days are progressing throughout the week and how I'm feeling. So I have a little mood generator over here. It's not obviously necessary, but if you want to set yourself up for success, these are the things that I think are going to help me. That's what I did. I have a recipe tab over here, which I'm so excited about because I can write down a weekly meal planner. I have a grocery list I can fill out. I have new recipe ideas I have here, so I can just click on them and it will take me to it. I can write it on my grocery list and just have it at the grocery store, which is so great. And then I also have a finance tab, just keeping track of everything I have, upcoming bills, things I've spent money on, those kind of things. This is what my Notion looks like. I'm so proud of it. This has already started helping me immensely, and I'm so excited to use it throughout the year and just change it up whenever I feel like it. This is my Notion page. If you guys are interested in getting a head start on 2025 and really conquering this year, you can get started on Notion for free right now and create your customized portrait with the link in my bio. So make sure you guys go check that out if you're interested. And thank you again to Notion for sponsoring today's video. Back from Barnes, I did get more books than I planned, but that's only because I had the gift card. So I didn't pay a penny, which is so nice. Let's do a haul of everything I got to kind of start 2025. First book I picked up was The Perfect Son by Freida McFadden. This has been out for a long time. I just have never read it. I've read most of Freida McFadden's books, so this is one that a lot of people say is good. Like whenever I see people on TikTok rating Freida McFadden books, a lot of people like this one, so I wanted to pick it up. I love Freida McFadden. If she has a good thriller, I want to read it. This book is about Erica Cass. She seemingly has the perfect family, but one night two detectives show up to their house and want to talk to her son because he was the last person to see this girl that went missing. So Erica doesn't know at this point if her son, she wants to think he's not guilty, but she has a suspicion that he could have something to do with this. Honestly, haven't heard too much about it except for that people like it, so I'm excited to kind of go into it blindly. This is our first little thriller that I picked up for the new year. Next book I picked up was Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. Last year I did read Wild Love, and I'm gonna be so honest, it was probably my least favorite book I've ever read by Elsie Silver. I just didn't get the chemistry. It just wasn't there for me, so I think I gave that book like a 3. That's probably the lowest I've ever rated one of her books. I did pick up Wild Eyes, which is the second book in the Rose Hill series. I've heard that people like this one more than the first one, so I'm gonna give it a chance because I love Elsie Silver so much. I want to love the series because I want to obviously continue on with it because I love her writing. Let me know if you guys have read this series, if you preferred one to the other. This is the second book we picked up. Next book we picked up, I honestly don't really know anything about, except for the cover really drew me in. It's called Consider Me by Becca Mack. I think I have seen this a little bit on TikTok. I saw the cover at Barnes and I was like, that is so pretty. It was laying there with the series, and at the top it says a playing for keeps hockey romance, and I love hockey romance. You guys know I eat a hockey romance up every single time. This book focuses on Carter Beckett and Olivia. Carter is the NHL's best hockey player, so he's obviously a big shot. Doesn't take much for him to get girls that he wants. He ends up meeting Olivia Parker. Olivia's best friend also dates an NHL player, so that's kind of how that overlaps. But Olivia wants nothing to do with him. She's not into the whole NHL player hockey thing. She knows it's bad news, but Carter is not gonna give up on it. He wants her, obviously wants what he can't have. Hopefully it's a cute hockey romance. Honestly, I haven't heard too much about it, but I'm excited to kind of jump into a new author and a new series that I really know nothing about. Next one I picked up is Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I'm so excited to read this book. We're reading it for my Fable book club for our January read. I've heard so many incredible things about this book, so I've been really excited to start it. I believe it's a YA romantasy. I love like a YA fantasy book just because I think they're so much easier to follow. Obviously, sometimes fantasies overwhelm me just because there's so much world building, which is super fun, but sometimes you just don't want to think about it so much. There's 2 more books I picked up. The next one is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Love Taylor Jenkins Reid, obviously. The latest book I read by her was Carrie Soto's Back, and it was one of my favorites of 2024. Absolutely devoured that book. Thought it was so well done. So I'm excited to get into another one of her books, but this is the book we're reading for my in-person book club in my city, so I had to pick this one up because all the girls are reading it. This book's about Emma. In her 20s, she ended up marrying her high school sweetheart, Jesse. They were super happy together until one day on their first wedding anniversary, Jesse goes on an assignment in these islands and he ends up going missing. They don't end up finding him, so Emma thinks he's passed away and she's obviously devastated. But it's years later now, she's in her 30s. Emma runs into an old friend named Sam and they end up hitting it off and they get married and have a life together. Then comes a twist, and Jesse is found, and he says that he's been trying to find her all this time, and he's back in her life now, but she has a husband and a family now. This book is gonna follow who her one true love is, so this will be very interesting, and I'm excited to read another TJR book. Last but most certainly not least, I picked up Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. You guys know two of my favorite books last year were the first two books in the Skyland series. I could not recommend them enough. Every single person I encounter, those are the first two books I recommend. Third book comes out this year and I'm so excited. But while I wait, I figured I would jump back into some of her other series that she's done that I haven't read yet. It's a basketball romance series. I think it will be really good because it's Kennedy Ryan and I love her writing. I'm excited to get into this series and I wanted to pick this up while I wait for the third Skyland book to come out. That was my little book refresh. I didn't have to spend my own money, so I feel good about it. I want to update my reading journal because I have read a couple books this year that I want to put in there. I figured I'll take you guys along and show you guys what I've been doing this year with my reading journal. I am so excited about it. I love the way it's turning out. Let's go do the reading journal. Okay, I wanted to show you my little update for my reading journal. I have more books to add, but I think I'm going to add those into a different video. But these are so much fun. I'm going to be doing these throughout the whole year, and I'm so excited to flip through it at the end of the year and see everything I read and what I rated everything. This is my little system so far. So I read Hopeless, and I've already done that page, so I didn't do this one today, but this is what it looks like. I have the star rating here, and then a little 1 because it was my first read of the year, and then I finished The Ballad of Never After. I put the number 2, obviously, because it was my second read. I love this page, honestly. I think it's so cute. I just printed out some photos on my little Polaroid printer that have to do with the book, and then obviously the book cover. So I gave this book a 4. I really enjoyed it. And then of course I did the month because I read it in January, and Little Fox because I had to emphasize Little Fox. If you know, you know. This is how the first 2 pages turned out, and I'm so happy about them. Just a little run through of my journal so far. This is going to be my reading journal, but also just kind of like my life journal. You guys will be seeing it throughout the year, but this was my little cover page. I have a letter to myself in here. This is my vision board. Obviously we went through my online vision board. This is my vision board I put in my journal. I love the way it looks, and again I have a little note in there. I also really love this page. So I have 2 pages in here, my Fable book club and then my Columbus book club, because I have one locally that I do as well. So these are our first reads for each of my clubs during January, and I'm so excited to just continue filling them out, and then I will put their rating here once I'm done. So I love the way this page turned out. This is my little rating system, and to be honest, when I made this I did do like a color coordination or rating system, but I kind of decided to just put the stars instead. So I'm just gonna like simply put how many stars I rated it out of 5. This is a little bit pointless right now, but that's okay. And then here are the first 2 pages of my reading journal. So that's where we're at right now, and I'll fill the rest out obviously throughout the year. This will be a little monthly thing we do, and we can update the reading journal. This is what it looks like so far.